guys, and welcome to another segment of Home Truth Ninja. Happy to be here again. Sorry for the hiatus. I've been very busy at work. Even as I speak to you, I'm currently in the office making this video from my break. Okay, I want to talk about another interesting topic, and I got three mails related to this topic from three persons I want to keep anonymous. And for that reason, I said, okay, why not make a video and contribute or share your advice on this? So I want to talk about when a Nigerian man loves you. When a Nigerian man loves you. So we all know Nigerian men are very unique and special, and that is why, they're well sought after both home and abroad. If you are lucky, I say lucky, of course, lucky, and are privileged to uh, land or meet or are married to a Nigerian man, you would agree with me that our Nigerian men are special. And I assure you, if you happen to meet a Nigerian man who is not after your green card or visa, then you can count yourself lucky. I guess those already married to Nigerians can confirm to what I am basically saying. However, there comes the question of how do you know when Nigerian man is into you? Like, how do you know when a Nigerian man actually wants to do something with you, like serious about you? Like I said ab initio, I got three emails from three different nice ladies who shared their concern, and they were asking me how they can be so sure that the Nigerian man is ready to take the next step with them. So, like I did say, this is my opinion, and I speak from experience, as I've always said in most of my videos. I speak from the experience of a Nigerian, one who has lived in Nigeria, one who has Nigerian friends and family. So I can share my own input on this topic. When a Nigerian man loves you, what do you get to see? What are the actions you get to see when he loves you? However, for those of you always asking or who want to contact me asking for my email, I just want you to see that my email is hometruth86 at gmail.com. You can send me your emails, your questions, things you need clarity on, advice, or you want to discuss something as regards to relationship. You can always contact me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. It is top right of your screen. Write that down. You can always write me email, just like every other ladies have been doing, and I can assure you we can talk about things that are troubling you once it has to do with Nigerian men. So yeah, a few things in my opinion that I know most Nigerian men will do before they take the next step. Or rather, should I say, when a Nigerian man is so much in love with you or into you, yeah, the few things I think they will do. Number one is that he will introduce you to everyone important. Yes, he will introduce you to everybody that is important to him. First, before I go on, I don't want us to confuse this for the marriage introduction that we do in Nigeria. Please don't confuse this with marriage introduction because this is totally different. The marriage introduction, it's actually a step that precedes the actual marriage ceremony where both families, come to know each other before the marriage ceremony takes place. But when I'm talking about a Nigerian man introducing you to everybody, I'm talking about him introducing you to his friends. He gets to tell his friends about his woman. He not only tells his friends, he does the same to his family who are, very close to him, his uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, siblings, cousins. He gets to tell them about you. This is something that is very important for most Nigerian men. And then also, if they have any religious figure in their life, they would also bring you to this religious figure or tell the religious figure about you. This things are very, very important for Nigerian men. We want to showcase our wives, or the lady we really love and want to be with, to the whole world. We want them to see that this is the lady I am with, and I'm very proud of her. It is very, very, very typical of Nigerian men. The second point I want to talk about is that he becomes interested in your well being. Most Nigerians are born with the instinct to provide. They see this as kids, growing up, watching their dad go out, and bring the bacon home, running the family, providing for the family. So when they are really into you, when a Nigerian man is very much interested in you, he would be interested in your well-being. And in as much as Nigerian men are most times, if not all, the breadwinner in their home, they still appreciate when the woman is as well financially independent and contributes financially in the house. So, to some of you ladies who are dating Nigerians and you're paying his house rent, you're giving him money for food and every other thing. It is very, very untypical in the Nigerian culture. It is reversed. The man does most of these things. No matter how much he earns, he squeezes from that money he earns to show that he can, in one way or the other, take care, or be responsible for some financial duty. It is very, very typical of Nigerian men. In fact, if you come to Nigeria, some Nigerian men single-handedly trained their girlfriend or fiance throughout university. As soon as the lady is graduating from the university, they are getting married. It is very, very common with Nigerian men. Nigerian men love to be in the driver's seats, love to be the one responsible for financial provision in the family. So if you are dating a Nigerian and you are assisting him financially in some aspect, I can understand it. But if you're dating a Nigerian, you're feeding him, you're clothing him, you're paying his rent, my sister, you better think twice. Now, it is also important that they demonstrate some of this, well-being or interest in your well-being by, some romantic gestures, like, buying gifts, celebrating you in your birthday, trying to make you feel important and wanted. Nigerian men can be romantic when they are into you. They may not come out to be romantic like, Hollywood, and all of these things we see on movies, but they have their own way, or should I say, their own love language. So whatever little money they earn, they try as much as possible to take care of you. Another important thing you should notice is that you start having sweet names. It is very, very common with Nigerian men. At some stage, they may either start calling you a short version of your name, or calling you hi love, hi darling, hi sweetie, hi boo, babe. If it's Igbo, he could call you Obim, he could call you whatever sweet Igbo name. If it's Yoruba, he could call you Femi, he could call you sweet names. These names even go deep according to their culture, a cultural way of expressing love. These things are very, very typical of Nigerian men when they are in love. At this point, most Nigerian men, they would start calling you each day, checking on you, sending you messages. They will not go a day without, trying to call you. They're not calling you to demand anything. They are calling you to ask how your day went. They're calling you to know if you've eaten. They're calling you to know if you're fine. They're calling you to know if you're stressed out. They're calling you to know how they can actually make you happy. Now, another important point is that you will meet his parents. If his parents are alive, he would want you to meet his parents. If his parents are not alive, he would want you to meet someone who stands in as a parental figure in his life. It could be his big brother, his big sister, his uncle, his aunt. It could be anybody that is related to the family, they would always want you. Now, one of the reasons why they always want you to meet their parent is for validation and acceptance. Most Nigerians always want to take the person they want to be with to meet the parents, to see what the parents have to say. And this validation and acceptance is mostly done by the mama. Yes, you heard me right. The mom. You say one thing about Nigerian men and their mom, the bond between the Nigerian man and his mom is so strong. I'm not saying we are mama's boys. No, we're not mama's boys, but we have a very strong bond with our mothers. Our mothers are irreplaceable. A Nigerian man would not joke with his mom. The mom comes so important in his life. And when he brings a woman home and the mom does not give a thumbs up, it is a problem. I can assure you it is a problem. You could see similar thing with Michael and Usman in 90 Day Fiance. They brought the, the two women to their parents, to their mom. The woman, the mothers play important role in acceptance of the lady the son intends to settle down with. So take that into perspective. If the mom is not alive, the big sister, the aunt, some figure that plays the role of a mother in the life of that man would play that role of act thinking if you're okay or not okay for him. Now, I just want to also put this out there for disclaimer purposes. Some of these features, some of these attributes can be faked or scammed by some of these romance online scam guys. You could actually be swindled with some of these things because these guys also live in the system. They understand these things, so they could actually play you till the very last end of it till they get what they want. So if you have a gut feeling that something is not right somewhere, you have this, this feeling that this feeling of uneasiness inside of you, please ask question. If you want to be so sure, you can ask or send me an email and we can discuss about it. So now, having said all this, it's important to know that some of these features I did mention may vary from different people. I'm not saying you just look at all these attributes and start, taking which one you've gone through. No, it may vary from different people, but there is something we have in us human, and that is our gut feeling. When your gut feeling tells you something doesn't feel right, you have to start analyzing certain things to make sure you don't fall into trap. But if you are really with a Nigerian man who really loves you and is into you and is ready to spend his life with you, he will take you through these stages one way or the other before he pops the big question. He will take you through the stages before he pops the big question. This is very, very, very similar with our Nigeria men. So as I've always said, ladies, Nigerian men are wonderful people. We are unique. We are hardworking. At the same time, you have some few idiots who are out there to spoil the wonderful name of the Nigerian man. I can assure you, I'm a Nigerian man. I know lots of Nigerian men who would not swindle you for your visa, for your green card, who are interested in finding a lady at the right age that can reproduce. I insist, reproduce, except he is done with having children or a widower or somebody who has already had kids before. Okay, but there are a lot of nice Nigerian men out there. So I will be talking next week on what to do before marrying a Nigerian man. What to do before marrying a Nigerian man. I once had an email. I saw that email very, very late, and before I could respond, the lady had already gotten married. So I responded, and she said, "Oh, we're already married." She basically asked me, her fiance just proposed. What should I do? etc. So again, this is where I close the video. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Peace out. Home Truth Nigeria.